Do you actually read the content of a cover letter? What are you looking for in an applicant? May mga cover letter ba or CV na sobrang nakakainis, gusto mo na i-shred? Yung totoo.
Hi everyone, my name is Veronica. On this channel, I provide weekly tips and tools for nurses moving to New Zealand. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Practice managers are responsible for the day-to-day running of a hospital, primary health organization, clinic, or community health service. On this video, we'll be joined by Laus, who is a practice manager in a GP practice in Auckland.
Hi, Nika. It's nice to see you again.
Yes. Kamusta ang lockdown?
Okay naman. Busy, sobra. Kasi, syempre, we're like frontliners and, you know, the business still needs to up and running.
So anyway,
Yeah.
let's get starting sa ating topic today, which is job hiring.
Do you actually read the cover letter and CV?
For me, cover letter is very important. Kasi dito sa New Zealand, I don't know kung ganun din sa'yo or sa iba. Kasi dito, nagmamatter yung parang yung I mean cover letter, ipapakita mo sa kanila ano yung strength mo, kung bakit ikaw yung kailangan kuhanin. Parang ipo-prove mo yung sarili mo doon sa employer. So yung CV kasi, doon mo ilalagay kung ano yung mga experiences mo, saan ka nagtrabaho, or anong degree na meron ka. But still cover letter kasi attracts employer. Kumbaga doon pa lang makikita mo na interesting yung aplikante, na mapapakita niya doon na kung ano yung strength niya nga, kung ano yung meron siya, bakit kailangan namin siya i-hire. So for me it's very, very important na may cover letter din talaga.
And if you don't mind me asking, when you advertise for a nursing position, for example, how many applicants do you get per vacancy?
Yeah, it depends sa demand ng practice, or depende sa ano bang term na gagamitin ko doon. Like parang sa panahon, like let's say mas marami kasi talaga ang aplikante na first quarter of the year. Kasi pansin mo, marami kasing mga employees or let's say nurses na normally tinatapos lang nila yung 1 year nila or 2 years nila, kung ano yung contract nila, and then maghahanap sila ng panibagong employer. And usually nangyayari yan sa first quarter of the year.
Anyway, going back sa cover letter and CV, what makes a good cover letter and CV? Ano yung pag nakita mo sa paperwork na to, magandang impression mo sa kung sino man yung gumawa nun?
Okay, first and foremost, hindi to pahabaan ng experiences. Hindi siya libro, kasi I think it's one of the common errors na ginagawa ng ibang mga aplikante. I think it applies sa mga bagay na dumadating dito, and kasi nandun kasi yung yung mindset mo na I want to impress the employer. Gusto ko ilatag lahat ng experiences na meron. But you have to focus on what the employer is looking for. Like, there's a specific role or specific job na hinahanap ng employer. So, you have to be specific, and ilagay mo lang kung ano yung mga experiences mo related to the job description na hinahanap ng employer. So ako, kung ako yung tatanungin mo, mailagay mo lang sa CV yung hinahanap namin. Kasi that's why merong job description. That's your guide kung paano mo susundutin yung application mo, kung paano mo siya gagawin ng maayos. So let's say if we're looking for a practice nurse, well, definitely you have to include all your nursing backgrounds or nursing experiences, regardless kung sa hospital yan or community or sa practice. So yun yung kailangan mong i-emphasize sa akin para mas alam mo yun, unang tingin ko pa lang na CV, practice manager or practice nurse, or nurse siya for 3 years sa hospital. So yun yung key point sa akin na magiging interesado ako sa CV mo. Ang importante is yung content, hindi yung mahabang CV. At I suggest na wag natin ilagay mga unnecessary na details. Kasi marami kasing aplikante na parang, alam mo yun, send lang ng CV. Totoo to ha.
Send to all,
hindi
no?
nila, Oo, hindi nila na-edit. Like, for example, send na lang ng send. So, that's the reason why hindi nakikita ng mga employer or hindi na sila interesado sa CV. Kasi, minsan, nakakalimutan talaga natin i-update. Like, for example, you're applying for a specific position, pero yung CV na sinubmit mo was the CV you submitted from your previous application, which is hindi related naman pala dun sa ina-applyan mo. That's a common error. For example, marami kang experiences. Kasi baka itanong nila, paano kung marami akong experience sa hospital? Sabi mo kanina, kailangan maikli lang yung CV ko. So, paano yung sayang naman, hindi ko mailalagay? I suggest na you only put the, let's say, most recent, let's say, 3. Yung pinaka-recent na 3 trabaho mo as a nurse, pwede mo yun ilagay. And then sa pang-4, ilagay mo na lang doon na parang lagay mo na lang yung name ng hospital or ng company and then yung position mo. Huwag mo na lang lagyan ng responsibilities and tasks. And then ilagay mo na lang doon na to be discussed or can be discussed during the interview. So at least makita lang ng employer na okay, meron pa siyang 4 na hospital na napagtrabahuan. So madaling basahin. Kasi kung ako yon, yung 4 na dinagdag mo, tas ang haba ng responsibilities mo and tasks, baka hindi ko na maabot yung pang-4, di ba? Kasi sa dami. Kasi parang okay na, overwhelmed ako sa CV niya. Okay, ikaw na ang experienced nurse, diba? So, ikaw na dito. Lang. So, ayun. So, yeah, first 3, pwede yun, yung pinaka-recent. And then, dun sa pang-4 na bullet, lagay mo na lang na parang, yeah, back in 2019 to 2020 or 2017 to 2019, work as a nurse, blah, 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 to this hospital. I-bullet mo na lang. And then, kasi for sure, itatanong naman yun during the interview na, I see na nagtrabaho ko ng 2016 dito. Can you tell about the role and the experience mo dun sa hospital na yun? So yun, it will help you na mas lumiit yung CV mo and mas maging mas maganda siya basahin kasi hindi na siya nakaka-overwhelm tignan. So, reference, importante yun. Baka itanong din nila, Nika, na parang kararating ko lang sila nilalagay kong reference. It's okay. So, kailangan mo maglagay talaga kasi required din kasi syempre kailangan namin malaman kung ano ba tong tao na to, saan ba to galing or ano. If you're studying here or nag-bridging program ka, I think you can ask your tutor na nag-ask ng reference from your previous company or previous job. Let's say, base sila sa Saudi or base sila sa Philippines. You can, but you have to tell that person that someone's gonna read them na nilagay mo sila as reference. Kasi, ang employer kasi, parang pag tinawagan nila twice or thrice at hindi sumasagot, wala. Baka balikan ka na, sorry, we cannot contact your reference, can you give me another one? And then, ganun na naman. So, it's your responsibility as well to inform your reference na nilagay mo sila. Hindi mo lang sila dapat ilalagay doon. Kasi that might cause you a problem in the future. Kasi kunyari ako, tumawag ako, nilagay mo reference si Nika. Sabi ko, hi Nika, I'm calling from this facility, practice manager. I got your friend's application here. Can you tell about this person, blah blah blah. And then si Nika hindi naman siya aware. What position is this? So parang, di ba? So tapos maling pagigising mo lang, ganyan. O sino yan, di ba? Mga ganon. So yun, it's your responsibility to inform your references as well.
What are the common mistakes that you see?
Well, yun nga. Like for example, when you advertise and we said like we're looking for an experienced practice nurse, minimum of 2 years experience. So yung part lang na yun, and then someone's gonna send their CV saying that I'm a newly graduate. I'm still waiting for my APC. So number one advice is don't waste your time. You read the advertisement. And then you read the kung ano yung hinahanap ng employer. And then meron pa like let's say hindi naman sa pag-ano, meron kasing mga employer na parang hindi talaga sila nagsusupport eh. So parang nakalagay talaga doon na if you're not a New Zealand resident or a citizen, don't apply. But there are some still that taking the risk. They think na na masusupport pa rin sila or matutulungan sila. Number one advice din sa ganun is meron kasi mga employer na parang nakalagay doon. If you have any questions prior, submitting your CV, call this person or call the practice manager. Number one rule is, you call. Kung may question ka at hesitant ka of submitting your CV at alam mong hindi pasok yung criteria mo doon sa hinahanap ng employer, you ring, you can ask. Kasi isa yan din sa mga napansin ko na some of them are, natatakot sila magtanong. na parang I don't know kung sa rejection ba or natatakot sila kasi alam nilang yun nga hindi naman din talaga sila qualified sa position. But I must say na lahat ng mga managers or hiring managers mas na-appreciate nila yung mga aplikanteng tumatawag at nag-a-ask muna bago sila nagsasubmit ng CV. Kasi totoo yun. Kasi may mga manager talaga na didiretsuhin ka or HR na, dumating ka sa interview tapos or interview ka tapos ganito pala yung hindi ka pala qualified. Sasabihin lang talaga sa'yo na you should have told us. So we didn't waste our time or at least hindi tayo nag-waste ng time. So isa yun sa mga what do you call this? Maisasuggest ko. So pag may ganon, you call. Kung may question ka lang. Pero if you think na qualified ako, 2 years work experience as practice nurse, go na, apply na, di ba?
Guys, Shen is giving you really good ideas, no? It's about strategizing. Kasi diba, I think, Shen, you would know this for your experience as well, diba? Parang when you first come here in New Zealand, gusto mo na as soon as possible you get a job, diba? Kasi syempre, you worry about your visa, ganyan. But I think what Shen is trying to tell you is be smart with your application. Do not waste your time. Kumbaga sa pag-ibig, meron para sa'yo.
Yes, totoo. Hindi totoo do not waste your time kasi nagsasayang ka lang. Let's say, nag-apply ka sa isang trabaho and then you keep on waiting and then at the end, ang sasabihin lang sa'yo, unfortunately, blah, blah, blah. Yung mga common na reply na sa'yo. So, alam mo yun, instead of wasting your time waiting, magbasa ka na lang. Intindihin mo mabuti yung advertisement na parang hindi na nasa-sign oras mo kasi na-apply mo na sana sa iba. Diba? Parang,
should applicants include their photos in CV?
Sa Pilipinas po, may 2x2 or 1x1 picture. Dito po, dito hindi. Kasi New Zealand is, di ba ang sabi nila is, hindi tayo nagdi-discriminate or bawal yung ganon. So parang I think kasi for me, it doesn't matter Kasi ako, as a hiring manager, syempre mas hahanapin ko yung strength mo, yung qualification mo. Hindi naman sa dahil pogi ka or maganda kaya hire kita. Kung wala ka namang alam mo yun, anong gagawin natin nga tayong lahat, diba? Sa tanong mo, no. Hindi na necessary for me. And so far, wala akong natatanggap na CV na may picture. So far. It's up to you. I'm not saying na hindi siya allowed dito or what. It's still up to you kung gusto mong ilagay, diba? But ako, no. I mean, it's not necessary.
How long does it take to shortlist an applicant?
Depende kung kailan mo kailangan yung tao.
Okay.
Kunyari, let's say, ako, nag-resign na yung nurse ko and then nag-render na siya ng 4 weeks. Kailangan ko na ng nurse in the next 4 weeks. So, as much as possible, kailangan ko talaga ng nurse ASAP. So, yung aking shortlist probably will be a week. Kasi magre-render din kasi yung nurse na i-hire mo. So, parang kailangan itabay ko siya dun sa nurse ko na pa-resign. So, yun, depende sa situation kung kailangan mo talaga. But normally, yung aking shortlist, usually it's a week. Matagal na yung 2 weeks ng shortlist ko. So, normally 1 week lang ako. Pero sa other employer, I think, umaabot yan sila ng mga, yung mga malalaking malalaking employer or businesses. Yeah, minsan maabot talaga sila ng 3 weeks bago nila ma-shortlist lahat.
How do you know if an applicant is right for the job?
Yun, pagdadating sa personal interview kahit over the phone.
Interview na. How do you know if this applicant is right for the job? How do you know this applicant is right for your practice?
Well, kung ma-prove niya sa akin na he or she's looking for a job because gusto niya yung trabaho. Hindi dahil gusto niya ng visa or hindi dahil gusto niya ng pera. Technically, nandun na yun. It's part of it. That's why you're working. Kasi kailangan mo ng pera naman talaga. But of course, kasi syempre, it's an additional points if ipapakita mo talaga na that's why I am applying kasi gusto ko ng trabaho. Like, I'm a practice nurse and yan talaga yung passion ko. Like, gusto ko magtrabaho sa GP practice or gusto ko magtrabaho sa hospital. So yun pa lang, masabi mo lang sa akin yun or ma-express mo lang yung ganung idea mo or yung goal mo, yung long-term goal mo as a nurse. Then yun, isa yun sa talagang napapa-check talaga sa akin. Diba? Meron kasing iba na pag tinawagan mo, syempre tatanungin mo, why did you apply? Sabihin nila, because my visa's expiring. I need someone to support my visa. Syempre parang ikaw as an employer, okay, so yun pala ang
Yeah,
purpose.
did they actually tell you that?
Yeah, it's true. Totoo yun. Which is, it's a valid reason though, but, it's a no-no to say that. Pwede mo sabihin yun sa latter part, di ba? Kasi we'll go, there's a process naman eh. So, itatanong din naman yun eh. Parang, what's your current visa? What's your status? But to say that, sa initial pa lang ng call, it's a no-no. Talagang, parang hindi mo na matatapos yung interview. Kasi nawala ka na eh. Like parang, kung yan na pala yung purpose, paano ka na-extend na kita? Nabigyan ka na another 3 years and then, nakahanap ka ng mas magandang trabaho na gusto mo, mas malaking sweldo, then hindi na-alis ka na. So parang in-extend lang namin yung visa mo. Ginawa mo lang kaming pathway. Parang yun lang, yung goal lang nila, yung pagiging, yung mindset nila, positive mindset nila towards sa trabaho, yun lang, ma-express lang nila yun ng maayos. For me, that's a factor.
Do you follow a specific format or questionnaire for the interview?
There's a checklist, yes, of course. Kasi kailangan mong maging, kailangan mo ng checklist kasi yun itatanong mo sa lahat ng applicants mo eh. Though, syempre, depende na yan. It's sa flow ng conversation. Meron ka kasi talagang mga masisingit na questions. Kasi, like for example, itong applicant na to is well-experienced, like, from other country, parang, let's say, nurse siya in Dubai or in Saudi for 5 years ICU. So, syempre, may mga sisingit kang mga questions kasi for you, parang, it sounds interesting. So, gusto ko pang, alam mo yun, gusto ko pang halukayin yung experiences niya. So, but, we have a format, we have a standard checklist for questions, lahat ng applicants. But, it depends on the flow of your interview. And then, prior to asking those formal questions, syempre, nandun kailangan ko mag-build ng rapport. Alam mo yun? Kasi I want it to be relax lang na interview, casual, not really like formal, diba? Kasi kakabahan talaga yung aplikante. So, lagi kasi sabi na parang, just be yourself. I mean, I'm throwing questions and you just have to answers. But, alam mo yun, you don't need to be stiff or, na halatang kinakabahan. Kasi hindi niya masasabi yung kailangan kong marinig.
What are common interview questions?
Number 1, why did you apply? What made you, why did you apply? Of course, siyempre, yan ang kailangan kong malaman. Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, there's a lot of reasons. Especially yung mga immigrants natin na nandito. It's more on the visa talaga. Though, I must say na 40% naman din is talagang they're applying because they want the job, di ba? Yun talaga yung gusto nila. But number 1, I would ask is, why did you apply? Then we go from there. Second, tell me about yourself. Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, aside from the qualifications and mga experiences niya sa profession niya is yung personality. So doon mo pa lang din malalaman di ba? Kung sabihin niya na I'm a moody person o hot-tempered. Good luck naman. Busy yung practice tapos may attitude na. Parang doon pa lang okay, di ba? Pero pag sinabi niya na parang willing to learn or I'm a positive person, ganyan, happy person. So parang maisip mo pa lang, this person might bring happiness and fun sa workplace, di ba? Kahit busy kami. So mga ganon, so masusulat mo na yon. And then thirdly, syempre, it's a business. So though some of the employers, they ask this question sa latter part na, pero kasi, parang hindi lang din masayang yung time, ina-ask ko talaga yung kanilang salary expectations. So, para sa akin, it's party ng aking top 3 questions. Kasi, since we're a business, we only have a specific amount or budget na ino-offer talaga sa mga applicants.
I really think, when you go for a job interview, para siyang America's Got Talent, no? Or first impression ng judges sa'yo, di ba?
Well, kasi sa culture natin, let's admit, like tayo kasi parang, meron talagang tinitingnan din talaga natin yung personality ng makakatrabaho natin. So parang alam mo, futuristic tayo. So parang first time ko siya makita, magaan yung loob ko sa kanya. I think she's going to be good sa practice and stuff. So ganon. Ako, na-apply ko pa din siya. Personality pa rin. For me, nag-aano pa rin siya. Nagmamatter pa rin sa akin regardless of experience. Kung na-drive mo yung positivity, kaya nang ituro yung yung task, alam mo yun. Pero yung pagiging positive mo, yung outlook mo sa trabaho, yun yung hindi mahirap ituro. Yun yung mahirap ituro. Kasi innate na yun.
That is so true.
Wag din kayong matakot na pag during the interview, sinabi ng employer na are you waiting for another interview or meron ka pa bang application na pending? You can say yes, it's okay. Do not lie. Kasi sila at least alam nila na parang nag-a-apply pa pala siya sa iba. Ayoko na siyang mawala. So baka makuha pa siya ng iba. So might as well i-hire ko na to agad, offeran ko na ng contract. So yun. So wag niyong isipin na in a negative way na parang nag-apply siya sa iba. Ayoko nga siya, hindi ko na siya kukunin or dapat sa akin lang siya nag-apply. No, it's not like that. Kasi ganun iba eh. Ganun yung tingin nila minsan na parang natatakot sila sabihin, 'di ba? But hindi aware kami doon. Aware kami doon na that's why you're looking for a job. So for sure hindi lang kami in-applyan mo, marami ka pang in-applyan. Totoo 'yun. Totoo yun. Kasi parang syempre ba't ako mag-apply sa isa lang, di ba? Syempre mag-apply ako ng madami, di ba? So yun, I mean, sabihin mo lang na yes, I'm waiting for another interview next week. Meron akong upcoming interview, di ba? So dun sa fact lang yun na tinanong nila yun, it means that possible na interesado talaga sila sa'yo. Na parang, may interview to next week. Ilatag na ang contract para hindi na siya umattend doon. Offeran na natin to.
What advice would you give to nurses?
Just go for it. And number one is do not hesitate to ask. Always ask, di ba? And kasi dito yung mga hiring managers, mas prefer talaga nila na makausap ka muna or kung may questions ka, magtanong ka. Yun yung mas importante dito kasi yung iba kasi talaga natatakot, diba? Yung mga bagong dating, tatawagan ko yung manager, naku, paano yun? Dito hindi. So I tell you, ibang-iba dito. Kasi mas open sila sa mga ganyan na na kahit mga applicants or mga questions, sobrang open sila na sumagot sa mga tanong ninyo. So always ask. And then yun, kung meron kayong mga friends na matagal na rin dito, tapos ikaw kararating mo lang and wala kang idea kung paano gawin yung CV mo or cover letter, you ask help. Okay lang yun. Tingnan mo yung format, kung paano nila ginawa, you ask advice, and then I think meron din mga online sa mga Filipino group, meron atang mga nagpo-post dyan na how to improve your CV or how to make your CV in an NZ way, di ba? So, yun, always ask for tips and check, di ba? Sa mga online videos or tutorials, meron naman dun. So, yun, always ask. And then, yun, don't lose hope. Kasi ako on my own experience, when I came here, it took me 3 months, I think, bago ako nakahanap ng job. But, may mga masaswerte. Hindi ko nila lahat. Meron na kararating lang dito in 2 weeks na may trabaho na. Pero depende kasi yan. Depende yan sa mali mo naman kasi talagang sobrang experience sila at naswertehan talaga sa employer. So it's parang sabi nila weather lang. Do not compare kasi may kanya-kanya naman tayong time. And yun nga, hindi ka makakahanap ng trabaho kung hindi ka magsa-strive. Kung naghihintay ka lang ng tawag or parang isang application lang, hintayin ko na lang yung tawag bago ako mag-apply ulit. No, it's not like that. Ako noon, nung naghahanap ako ng trabaho, in a day, meron akong target. It has to be 10 to 15 applications per day. Ganon. So, mas marami kang option. Parang yun nga more chances of winning. So, di ba? Parang draw lang. Focus first on your CV and cover letter kasi everything starts from there. Diba? Ikaw yun kumbaga parang pine-present mo yung sarili mo through your CV. So, kailangan maayos talaga siya. Kasi kung magulo yung CV mo, hindi talaga magkakaroon ng interest sa yung employer.
Anyway, any final last words, Shen, sa ating mga viewers? Sa 5 kong viewers. 5 lang yung viewers ko.
Meron ba?
5 lang to.
Okay. Well, yun, I mean, yun nga, ulitin ko lang ulit. Kung yun talaga yung goal nyo, makukuha nyo naman yun. And then there's a reason why nandito kayo sa New Zealand or kung nasa man kayo is kasi yun yung gusto nyo. And then kung meron talaga kayong goal and mindset na makuha yung specific job na gusto nyo, makukuha nyo. But again, nasa sa inyo yan kung paano nyo siya makukuha. Hindi kasi lang siya dadating, yung makukuha mo lang nang wala kang ginagawa. So it's okay na meron kang goal, meron kang dream, but you have to work on it. Kailangan yan, keep on working and strive harder for your goals. Kasi may reason talaga bakit kayo nandito at bakit nyo nakuha yung like New Zealand registration as a nurse. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe.